So, you decided to return to Vana'diel. Whatever your reason is, I welcome you back. As I had mentioned in my previous video, I too am a recent returner. I know there was a large exodus of players from around the middle of Aht-Urgan to the middle or so of Abyssea. There are many guides that help you in your transition back to Vana'diel, such as the ones still being updated on BG Wiki and Reddit. These are great and a must-read. What is missing is the mentality of the returning player, although it does talk about it a little bit. It mostly focuses on what you missed in your absence. When you were last here, the idea was that you would group up in a party and grind your way to 75, and then join many different link shells depending on what current endgame content you wanted to work on, and get the best in-slot gear for your job of choice. And then, in June 2010, Square Enix blew up Vana'diel. Not like they did with Eorzea, but blew it up in the way you needed to think about your character. This was when Vision of Abyssea arrived and introduced us to the twisted alternate reality versions of the familiar zones of Lathian Plateau, Kronstadt Highlands, and Tarongi Canyon, filled with familiar NPCs from our hometowns, lots of crazy NMs, insane XP camps, and the kicker, a new level limit of 80. What, 80? Oh man, after 6 years of the game content being directed at level 75, what was considered the impossible to conceive happened. And then, over the course of the following 15 months, the final level limit of 99 arrived. You know this as the current level cap, and as a returning player, either using your old 75 or making a new character, you are probably lost, and that is understandable. No amount of reading prepared me for what I experienced when I came back. It helped make the transition easier, but experiencing it was on a different level. Even with those guides, I still see others returning, fixated on not being geared up to go from 75 to 99. For that I say, forget about it. Yes, that shiny Sky, H&M, Salvage, etc. gear was the pinnacle of the 75 era, but now, not so much. Don't get hung up on it. I know you have fond memories of obtaining it, but now it's not that great and pretty useless after you reach 99. I am by no means saying toss it. I mean, you did work really hard to get it. The need for having to have the best in-slot gear for your level is not as critical as it used to be. But why is that so? Well, you remember in the past, leveling used to be long and tedious, and you would often go on for hours in a party to get one whole level. This changed in February 2011, as the base amount of XP per enemy was approximately doubled. This meant you could now zoom through the early solo levels, even if you just focused on easy prey. But does that mean the enemies are easier? No way. You'll still need a party to XP. But before you stand around looking in Juno, turn on your party flag and start shouting, here's another way you need to change your old ways of thinking. You will now be making a party of your own devising, and don't have to worry about that white mage that had to run all the way from Bastok, and 30 minutes later finally arrives, and then after killing 2 mobs says, have stuff to do, gotta go, which forces you to disband party. Nope, those days are very thankfully long gone, my fellow returner. So what is this new party I mentioned? The December 2013 update saw the introduction of new party NPCs called Trusts, or Alter Egos, and the ability to summon 3 Trusts to create your own improvised party. This was huge and had an immediate effect on parties. No more bathroom breaks, time for works, or whatever other excuse party members had for disbanding. Now you would set the terms and conditions of the party, and the Trusts would be the same level as you when you summon them. These Trust NPCs are characters you will remember from your time before in Vana'diel, either from your hometown or from one of the many expansions. They fill in the blanks in your party construction needs. To get started, go to one of the 3 Trust NPCs in one of the 3 starting cities. Doing this short quest will get you your first Trust, and 2 additional are available in that city according to your nation rank. As well as filling needs, they don't impact your XP gain. You get the full XP amount as if you soloed that crab yourself. Another reason why leveling is so fast. The game is now focused on post-99 content, and this is how Square Enix helps you get there quicker. helps make the game more accessible and prevents the enormous amounts of downtime associated with XPing in the past. Yes, you still have to party, but it is a party in which you choose when, the members, and how long, instantly. No waiting for members, no AFK white mages, no under-equipped and under-skilled damage dealers, and no missing jobs. With your first trust gained, Square Enix has implemented many ways to acquire others, but I'm going to mention the easiest through a system called Records of Eminence. This was also a feature added in December 2013, and the easiest way to explain this feature is that ROE is a running list of accomplishments you have done in the game, and it rewards you with XP and sometimes items for things you have done. When I came back, I had many things I could unlock. Simple things like your nation missions, your AF quests, limit breaks, synthesis skills, and many more. Accessing it is simple. Go to the quest menu and you will notice the section for ROE. From there, select the first quest, First Step Forward, and read the details. Oh my god, details? On where to find the NPC and what to do? Unbelievable! Hey, things have changed, and so has the game. Doing this easy quest unlocks Call Forth an Alter Ego, aka Trust. This lands you what's known as a cipher. These you trade to the Trust NPC and adds the associated trust to your list and unlocks the next ROE quest in the same list. Continuing the ROE quest lands you not 1, not 2, but 5 trusts. The great thing is that they fulfill many of the members you would usually look for in a party as you level. Valnero for a tank, Millie for healer, Tenzin for physical damage, Adelheid for magic damage, and Joachim for support. So now you, the player, get to decide who you want to have in your party, and this ROE offsets those from other nations that are just starting out and only have access to the nation trusts. Now that you have your trusts, this will now feel like the old days of leveling in a party. The big difference is your trusts will be doing most of the work. Some have commented that this is more like those that had friends who would power level them. It can feel like that, sure, but this is not a low-level centric game anymore. Everything happens at 99 now. Square Enix recognizes this, and this is why the trusts themselves are so overpowered. No amount of gear will put you ahead of them, since your levels will go quickly, and the sad truth is, until you reach 99, you will always be the weak link, regardless of gear. The trusts will have access to magic and skills before you do, and in some cases, will have access to spells and skills you never will have. This is a major reason I say don't dwell on your gear. Even if you can find anything on the auction house, it's better to just save your gil for later use. You're gonna need it. Use what gear you have now. There will be plenty of time for better gear later. Again, welcome back to Vana'diel and your new party members.